I just sent this thing to Bryant. It's this. It was this flyer. It was like a digital flyer, and they're having a comedy festival in Riyadh this weekend.
See, that in itself is funny.
First of all, what the fuck? What are we doing? If you and I said, well, if you thought the WWE sold out hard, look at this shit. And it's basically every huge. Am I lying? Every huge name in comedy, right? These are guys.
Oh God,
that
yes.
Oh. You know, I started thinking about it, and the only guy on there who sells out arenas is Nate Bargatze. I don't think Nate Bargatze took the Saudi money. Maybe he did though. Maybe I got to take a look at the poster a little more carefully. But it's like the hugest names in comedy.
Oh, did I say list? I'm sorry. I meant poster.
It's Rogan. It's Tom Segura. It's Dave Chappelle. It's Whitney Cummings. It's just like the biggest. It's like a who's who of guys. Like, oh, there's Louis C.K. There's Chris Tucker. There's Kevin Hart. I mean, I think the great Bill Burr seems to be on there. Joe Coy. I'm looking at this thing, and it's like I don't see Bargatze. Apparently, Bargatze previously booked. I don't know. Even guys that I like. I see Jimmy Carr. I see Gabriel Iglesias, Mr. Fluffy, on there. Anybody that you can imagine. Oh, the Bad Friends podcast. It's Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee. They're Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson making them. God almighty. They must have just thrown tons of money at these human beings.
Well, they're all about comedy, over there in Saudi.
Yeah.
They'll do anything for their comedy.
Okay, do not make any jokes about the royal family killing people. If you do, you will die. Thank you. Nothing of the sort. Do we have any Jews? Are there any Jews doing the comedy? Yes, like all the really funny people are pretty much Jewish. Oh, okay. Well, bit of a problem.
We may then look over this a little bit.
Hang on one moment. Did you ever see that? Do you ever see that Robin Williams clip where they go they said to the German guy, the guy in Germany, like, well, I don't know why the comedy isn't bigger here. And Robin Williams goes, do you think it's because maybe you killed off all the funny people?
I'm gonna look into that one.
Which reminds me, have you seen any of the great Candace Owens theories about Charlie Kirk's murder?
Yeah, I've seen some wild ones, buddy. I've seen some wild ones. Hers too.
But one of the latest things that you probably have seen is they've got a different angle that they think the bullet comes from the back, right?
Yeah.
Have you? Yes. And there's like a huge debate on whether this thing is from. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm just laughing because they're going to want to both sides of this. Like, oh, there's crazy people on the left. No, there's not. Nobody on the left is going, there's a bullet coming from the back. Nobody's doing that. It's all y'all. It's all the right wingers, people that are like, oh my God.
I saw a trapdoor theory.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that it was all AI.
I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. That's crazy. So he's still alive? Him and Jim Morrison and Elvis and like Tupac are all.
This person, I mean, they didn't stop there. They kept going. They said that they tracked a plane. I forgot how they knew that this plane was part of the deal, but this, private plane that tracked it when it took off, like right after it happened. It went off radar and reappeared again somewhere. I mean, it was just the dude is not hardly cold yet,
Right.
And they're just digging hard, buddy.
I don't get it. Anyway, so I'm watching some Candace Owens, which fucking bleaches my mind, right?
It's hard, man. That's hard. God bless you.
I'm trying to figure this out, and so here's what makes sense. Charlie Kirk was picked out when he was a very young guy, I think a teenager, by these billionaires, and they said, we're going to set you up in this Turning Point USA, and we want you to recruit young people to the conservative cause. That's all you do. And we're going to set you up, and here's a lot of money, and just go do that. And that's what he did. So he was controlled by these billionaires. That's true. I haven't taken a survey. I don't know how many of them were Jews. I couldn't tell you. Like it's 80%, not 40. I don't know. I have no idea. But apparently What I know to be true is that some of these people, well, I don't really even know that to be true. What I think happened was some of them, Charlie had been like a little questioning of, hey, maybe Israel shouldn't bomb every brown person. You know, I think Charlie had been a little questioning of that. So there, according to Candace Owen, there had been this come to Jesus meeting, ironically, at the up at the Hamptons, and Bill Ackman, who was like this rich guy, was going to grab Charlie by the ear and tell him, "Hey, you can't criticize Israel no matter what." Now, that sounds reasonable to me. How we get from that to the Jews has him assassinated, that's I can't really go with you on that one. I can't hold hands with you and traipse across the terrain with you on that one.
No, if I had to pick a theory, if somebody laid out all these conspiracy theories and said, which one do you make, if you had to pick one, not saying I'm going to, I'm just saying if somebody held the old gun to the head and said, pick one,
right.
I would say the one that says that the people who supported him were behind it. That's the one I would go behind. That's one I would.
It's like, what now? Why are they offing him? Because they're tired of, like what I just said, they're tired of him criticizing Israel, or
really? Well, that, and there's other reasons too. I mean, they could have just set him. You know how evil they are, dude. They could have just set him up to just take the fall.
I guess
that would not surprise me. It's out there. It's way out there. I'm not saying it's not, but maybe not way out there, but it's out there. But it's possible to me that is something that could actually happen, and I would go, I'm not surprised.
Or in a nation where a lot of crazy people have easy access to guns, a crazy guy got it done. I mean, that's where crazy people like shoot people dead almost every day.
Yeah,
a crazy guy got a hold of a gun and shot a guy dead. I mean, again, Occam's razor. It's right there. I'm sorry. We haven't chatted since the Jimmy Kimmel stuff. I've never been a huge Jimmy Kimmel fan. He's done some things that I thought were really good, and he's done some things I thought were pretty funny, but I never was a huge fan of him. He was a guy who is about my age, who, just like me, was idolizing David Letterman back during his formative years back in the 80s. Now, Jimmy took it to a whole new level because he had that license plate on his car when he was a teenager that said late night. So he wins on that one as far as his work.
Yeah.
So they Disney, I did cancel my Disney Plus bundle like a good subservient liberal should. I immediately, the day of, went, okay, fuck you. And it said for the reason I put Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. And now, you know what the cunts are doing? They're trying to get me back with $3 a month for just Hulu for 6 months. That's what the cunts are doing for me right now.
Did you send them back the emoji middle finger?
I haven't done that. So they throw him off the air because he makes, I don't know. I've gone over it a million times what he said. It's not offensive at all to me. I think, I don't know. And honestly, people didn't know they were supposed to be offended. I think it was the day after or 2 days later when Brendan Carr, the FCC commissioner, who, by the way, is a cunt, he goes on a podcast and he instructs people, well, you should be offended by this. And that's when Disney goes, and then Nexstar goes, and Sinclair goes,
on a podcast,
right? And that's when he does the, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. What I just did was 10 times better than the Ted Cruz imitation.
Well,
So Nexstar and Sinclair are trying to merge. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And for us here in Central North Carolina, that means the people that own the ABC affiliate and the Fox affiliate are going to be in bed together if all that comes together, if all that happens together.
And so what was you had a great idea when that happens, or what they should do here.
Well, This is going way old school because many years ago, what happened was that the Fox affiliate now is Channel 8. It used to be the ABC affiliate, and the Channel 45 is the ABC affiliate now. It used to be the Fox affiliate. They should flip it back. Just flip-flop it back and have Channel 8 be the ABC affiliate and 45 be the Fox affiliate.
Make America great again. Come on.
Oh, which brings me to another great Brad Krantz moment. When they did the flippity-floppy thing and Channel 45 became the ABC affiliate, they started doing newscasts on there, and they sucked. This would have been 94, 95, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I remember.
Famous Brad Krantz line, the ratings come out, and the ABC affiliates newscasts are in the shitter. I mean, the drizzling shits. And Brad's quote was, even the cameraman wasn't watching. Now, the ABC affiliate, which had bought, commercial time on Rock 92, they weren't thrilled with that. They didn't like him saying But the management of the station didn't cancel him, didn't take Brad off of the air and then hang him out to dry and fly. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy idea. So from what I gather, all the people who are like me and like you who we canceled, the Disney bundle last week.
Yep.
And now I would think the conservatives are going to be canceling it this week, right? Because they brought him back, right?
ABC just can't win. Yeah.
So I think, and I didn't think it would be a big deal. I mean, I canceled it and I went, this isn't going to do anything. But apparently there were a lot of me's out there.
I think there was millions of yous out there.
For the one time in my life, I wasn't an outlier. I was in the mainstream of American thought for something. And again, this is what I know to be true. I know that they're in a very delicate position when it comes to the launch of that ESPN over-the-top thing. It's a huge time for the Disney company with the launch of that thing. So if you start fucking around with that, then you can make a difference. And then, you've heard the estimates of them losing anywhere between $2 and $4 billion off of the stock price and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I know that we are not privy and able to see the Jimmy Kimmel show because Sinclair Broadcasting, in their infinite wisdom, are protecting us from Jimmy's hateful words. And let me just say to the Sinclair people, thank you. Thank you for having my best interest as a 55-year-old man who's been through some shit in my life. I've been divorced. I've been fired. I can handle it, but okay. Thank you, God, for putting Steve Harvey on for another 8th hour of the day. I certainly do appreciate it, you fuckwads. No wonder when ROH was owned by those pieces of shit, it was just the worst. I go back and listen to Jim Cornette's thoughts about when ROH was owned by Sinclair. Brad and I used to go to Sinclair, and they had a public affairs program, and we'd walk in there, and I would go, hey, you guys own a wrestling company now. They'd be like, huh? No idea. No, I might as well have.
That's so just perfect. Yes.
I might as well have been speaking like Swahili to a swan. Huh? No idea. No clue whatsoever. I think there was an ROH poster somewhere on a wall somewhere.
I didn't even know what it was.
I had no idea. They tried to just put it on like, oh, all right, we'll put it on at like 12:30 on Saturday night. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
It. Truly an evil company.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And I hope people, and I'm sure people will, but people, I just would say wouldn't get this twisted as far as like when ABC brought him back. They didn't bring Jimmy back because they say, you know what? I think we're wrong. I think we made a wrong move here.
They need to stand up for free speech.
Yeah, we really need to stand up for free speech. God dang it. They just had a epiphany over the weekend. No. That's not what happened. And if you have any goddamn brains at all, they saw the damn the clicker on the damn calculator going.
Yeah,
negative.
If Bob Iger, you idiots at Disney wanted to make a lot of movie or like make a lot of money, why don't you shitheads release those conversations where you and he are cussing each other out like crazy? If that's what you want to do, if you guys want to make some money, God, I'd pay like $50 just to hear that shit.
Yes, I would. That you know what? That conversation right there could be the catalyst for a lot of things, man.
So
if we were to ever hear that.
Just to prove, and this is how stupid these people at Sinclair are, and at Nexstar too, the ones that are not letting. You are just proving to yourself how obsolete broadcast television, over-the-air television is. Because guess what? How have you and I been able to see those fucking monologues?
VPN.
It's not, no, it's on YouTube. It's just on fucking YouTube. It's on this crazy site called YouTube.
VPN. You're right.
They've shown the whole thing. It was getting about 900,000 views per hour when they released that entire thing. So it's like you guys are just proving how stupid and obsolete your multi-million-dollar investments are. You bunch of idiots. Now the next thing would be if stupid ass makes a call. I want you to go. I'm going to call my friends at Alphabet. I'm going to tell them they can't put the monologue up there anymore. Can't do it. Not supposed to do it. That would be the next thing. That right?
Yeah, I mean everything moves so fast right now. It's like the Kimmel thing will seem like 10 years ago next week because some shit will happen between now and then. I mean,
oh no, yeah,
that's just how this rolls because I don't. And I think I'm a victim of it, man. I'm a victim of it too. You know, I find myself going, wait a minute, we stopped talking about X already. You know, I mean,
it's just
what
the whiplash. Yeah, the whiplash is amazing. Which brings me to my business proposal because I've got a pretty good sized garage. I think we could fit hundreds of boxes of Tylenol in there because I think eventually it's going to be outlawed. You and I could make a shit ton of money selling this on the black market.
Black market, yes, sir.
I think you and I could do pretty well
if we
stockpile just a bunch of acid. How do we pronounce that? Acetamide.
Tylenol.
The war on Tylenol has begun.
God dang, unreal. This, I tell you, I swear, I seem like I say this every week, but I'm still come closer every week to the theory of we all died back in 2012.
We did. We've been dead for a while.
We've been dead. We were just dead.
And apparently, this is the part where we're going through hell. It's one of those things.
It's Dante. Hello, Dante. Where are you?
We plumb missed the rapture too.
Yeah,
I was hoping for that.
We skipped right over that.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, the war on Tylenol. This is again. I just have to explain to our European friends. We're not that stupid. I mean, we kind of are, but we're really not.
We as a whole, yeah. No.
I was thinking about that today as you and I continue to do this, and we're not getting millions of downloads. You and I aren't Joe Rogan. We're not getting the downloads that Meltzer, But if there's
more likable,
yes, we are more likable. But again, you set the bar super low.
Well, you got to. You have to.
Right. Like, herpes is more likable. We've broken through to a couple of people in Europe. If there's a couple of people in Europe who know that not all Americans are dumbass, dick-swinging guys with guns trying to just shoot everything that they see, then we've done our jobs.
Yes. Mission accomplished.
If we can break through to two people in Europe who know that Americans are just not stupid asses that walk around dick-swinging, chugging beers on a boat somewhere, taking a shit on women anytime that they can, and shooting up a whole bunch of taking Tylenol. That's going to be the next thing. That's what Kid Rock should do. He should get a pallet of Tylenol and just like machine gun that shit. That's what we should do.
Jesus, I could see that. That's what's so funny. That's so possible.
Wrestling. Oh, we're supposed to be talking about wrestling.
Yeah. Let's get to some good stuff.
I sent you the clip, and we're so happy about this. Angelina Love and Velvet Sky are going into the TNA Hall of Fame as the beautiful people. I'm supposing
they need to. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy that that's happening to them because they absolutely 100% deserve that. And I'll say this too. If you go to an independent show and you see Angelina now, she's as good as she ever has been.
Oh my God, yes.
She's fantastic, not only in the way that she looks, which is just tremendous, but the way that she works, the way that she approaches stuff, the way that she engages with fans, everything. She's as good today as she was 15 years ago, 12 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. And I'm absolutely delighted that TNA has decided to do this. Meanwhile, I don't know if you saw who the WWE decided to put in their Hall.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
It's like every other promotion is making all the right moves, and the WWE has just decided, we're going to fuck over everybody. We don't care about ticket prices. They're about to go up.
About to go up. Yeah, just a little bit.
If you thought it was unaffordable now, you just wait. Saudi Arabia, hell yeah, we're going there. Fuck y'all. If y'all don't like it, suck my balls. And what does Tony Khan do? Tony Khan does the smartest thing maybe Tony Khan has done in many years. And he says, we're going to have a huge weekend right here. And you can go do whatever you want to. And you come in the United States, and we care about our fucking fans. They can kill the territory if they want to. They can go over there and take all that blood money they want to. We're going to have a great celebration. Y'all come down. Thumbs up, Tony. Good job. I've criticized you in the past, but you jumped on the opportunity and you fucking nailed it. That's exactly what you should be doing.
Yeah. Need to fight back when they do bullshit like that, man.
You guys are going to vacate the territory. If you're going to pull, if you're going to tell the fans in Greensboro, fuck you, we're going to do Starrcade in Chicago. We hate you now. Then all of a sudden you just move in there and you just start doing your thing, man.
Yeah, I agree. So I got two little things about Angelina and the beautiful people, particularly her, not more so her than the other. But first of all, this is just a funny story. I don't know if I've told you this before, but way back when Twitter pretty much first came out, right? And I was kind of learning Twitter and stuff like that, and looking around, and I was mainly looking on Twitter, to find people to follow wrestling wise, right? So I'm looking for all these different wrestling people, and I come across Angelina and what's her name?
Velvet Sky.
Velvet, thank you. God dang. Velvet, yeah. So I found them, I'm following them, and I'm watching them, and at the time they were kind of going back and forth with each other, tweeting each other, being silly and stuff. And I finally said, I don't think this is them. They're being stupid. This is just, I think this is people. Yeah, I think this is people just making up, people get on there and put their name. Yes, it's not right. So I forgot exactly what I said, but I pretty much basically said what I just told you. I'm like, I don't think you guys are real. I mean, just quit, come off with the play time and just be real.
Be for real.
Well, yeah, be for real. Well, I didn't get lashed out at, but it was pretty close from Miss Love, and I'm like, ooh, okay, maybe they are real. So I just kind of left it alone. I didn't say I'm sorry or anything like that, but it was them, by the way. It really was them.
Yeah. So she gave you a pretty good tongue lashing.
Yeah.
Those were like 17 years ago, and you still remember it.
I do, because I was embarrassed by it, man. Because I was still learning Twitter, and I thought, like I said, I really thought people were just kind of on there imitating them, basically. And it wasn't, and I just, and I learned a little lesson there, and again, and she didn't really like cuss me out or anything like that, but she kind of put me in my place, because I was acting like a damn troll, man, and so I get it. So after that, I'm like, okay, I like it. I still like her. I didn't ban her, banish her, cancel her, whatever.
You got spanked, and you deserved it. You deserved it.
Every bit of it. Yes, I did. So, and then the other thing is this leads up to not too long ago, and then you were there when this happened. When we were in one of the Burlington shows, I believe it's a Burlington show. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't remember where it was. We've been so many places, but she was at the show, and they were doing the meet and greets. Right. And you and they were wrapping it up, getting ready to start the show, and we're sitting there, and behind us there was like a special needs little child and a mom. I think you remember this, and their mom and dad, or the mom anyway, and maybe their brother or sister there, and all the people like Angelina and all that, where they had the merch set up and everything. they were kind of breaking down, and I saw Angelina walk over toward us, toward the people behind us, and she said, "You should." And I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think the gist of it was the little child was a little, I think, shy. I think they wanted to go up there, but she noticed that they wanted to go up there, but they didn't want to, and they kind of shied away. So she came over to them and like hugged them and talked to them and gave them some stuff. And I'm like, God dang, Angelina Love is just the best. And I've always wanted to tell her. I noticed that, and I've just never had a chance to tell her. So one of these days I'm going to tell her. I remember that, and I'm going to tell her about the Twitter thing too. So
I bet you a lot of people have stories about that, like with her about the going up to the kid. Like that honestly gets me a little emotional.
I know, man. I almost broke down crying then.
Because there was one of the things, you got to listen to one of those Bulwark podcasts, and I can't remember which one it was, but I just heard it. And when they did that stupid ass Tylenol thing the other day, I think the guy, it wasn't Oz, and it wasn't stupid RFK Jr., and it wasn't Trump, but it was like another guy from the federal, one of the other agencies, and he said something like, it's really hard to look at these kids sometimes, talking about the autistic kids. And I'm like, fuck you. Your discomfort about looking at somebody who's different is not what this is about, you asshole. Oh my God. Are you shitting?
But that's what it's about to those people, man.
Oh my God. And you're 100% right, because that's what these people are. Because I remember another discussion where this guy was talking about the trans thing, and they were talking about, well, if I had taken my kid to a swim meet and I found out that there was a boy, and I'd gone to all the practices and I'd hauled my daughter around to all this shit, and there was a boy in there, and I found out about that, I would be pissed off. Oh, it's about you. Oh, it's about you and your wasted time with the kid. That's what it's about.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking telling women, women, a lot of them almost die during childbirth. Almost. They come like this close, a lot of them do. And for you to tell them they just need to tough it out when there's a fever and not take Tylenol, oh my God. I hope that hell just went up another 30 degrees for you assholes. I can't tell you how much that pisses me off.
All my life, I've always been told not to say you hate somebody, not to say hate, to say hate, not to say drop dead. I wish you would die, but I'm going to tell you what, man, I'm going to be straight the hell up with you. Over the last 9 years, it has been all I could do to keep those words in my move and out of my head. I swear to God. That's the part that, out of everything that's going on right now, that's the thing that gets me the most, is I'm having all this hate in me that I don't like, I've never had before, and I don't want. But I can't help it, man. I can't help it. These people are useless, vile, miserable fucking humans, and I just don't think they have a place on this earth with us normal fucking empathetic people. And I'm sorry. Strike me dead.
But they're also trying to get you to hate them now. They're actively trying.
They don't hate, try too hard.
Hate me. They're like actively. They think it's great. I mean, that's the part of Troll Nation, is that they try to get you to do that. It's like,
well, I do. I hate them, but I don't spill it out on Twitter and whatever. I keep it to myself. It's all I can do from exploding by saying it. That's the time when I just said right there is the only time I've ever said it, man. And even then when I said it, I get funny, weird feelings by saying it,
because if they do that and they get you to hate them, then they win. That's what that is.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
You're too good a person for that. Because I've known you for like 21 years, and I know that you're too good a person for that. And I appreciate that. But I understand.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
I 100% understand what you go through. I really do. Good times. Oh, so they're sort of doing the invasion angle on NXT. I hope you saw NXT this week.
I did.
And they're doing it really well. I think they're doing it pretty good. I don't know if this is going to go down at the thing on Saturday. I was going to remember what that one was called, but I can't remember what it's called. They're doing
it's like a homecoming something. I don't remember.
they did homecoming last week, and then
is that what it was? There's so
No
many
Mercy.
of them, man.
It's No Mercy.
Yeah, No Mercy.
Yes, Waylon No Mercy is what it's going to be.
Waylon No Mercy.
That's what they were. At the end of NXT, they had the NXT people and the TNA people fighting each other in the ring, and people were coming down and choosing sides and stuff, and everybody was getting involved. And then they did a fantastic thing where Absolute Ricky Saints goes and he like stares very hard at the NXT belt, and then Obafemi goes, no.
You know, I was thinking, whenever they bring these people up next to the main roster, like the Obafemis and the Trick Williamses and some of those guys, we may, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but just going by looking at the roster now, once they bring these people up, this next round, I guess, we may be back to the point of NXT to where it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when it was kind of like when they brought up all the names, like the Alexa Blisses and all those people.
Yeah, right.
And it kind of
replenish.
You had to replenish. Yeah, I think that's what they might have to do this time, because the people behind them, I don't think are star proven yet, you know?
Well, I certainly hope that Pritchard and Vince McMahon will step in and fix it like they did last.
Well, God, let's hope.
NXT 2.0, anybody?
Nah.
Has that been memory hold? Did that just never happen? Is that what we're doing with that? That just never happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what.
I know what you're talking about. Never happened. Nope, not a thing. Here's what we have for NXT, which I think is going to be on ESPN. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I'm assuming. I thought all the PLEs were on ESPN now.
Am
I wrong?
I think you're right about that. But you and I have a better way. Have you been playing around with the VPN? Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
It's pretty dope, right?
That's why. Yeah. Hell yeah. I never really knew what it was exactly until you showed me it and everything. I'd heard about it and I didn't exactly know what it did. But now that I know what it does, I don't know why everybody didn't have one.
There's and here's another one. This is what some people do. Now, this is not something we would do, but in some of those states that are a little less restrictive on pornography, wink, wink. Some people connect to those and they can watch porn a lot easier on their particular device.
Oh yes, yeah. Just in case, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, none of us would do that, but you know.
I bet you know what though. I bet there are a lot of people in the old North Carolina House, Senate, with an R beside their name, who are into the VPNs.
Have you ever heard
that you say that?
Have you ever heard that the gay dating app Grindr, the one that you're on all the time, that gay dating app? You ever hear that when they have those conservative
yes,
the thing crashes?
I heard it crashed in Glendale the other week.
I was gonna say, it's
just saying.
It's Charlie's
putting it out there.
Oh, honey, yeah, I gotta head out. I gotta go back out. Oh, are you sure? Because the kids have a big soccer game. Oh no, I gotta. Oh, this is huge. Everybody's gonna be there. I gotta go. Really. Oh, I'm gonna miss you so much.
I'm sure that's exactly how it goes.
How many funerals actually have a gift shop? I'm just curious.
You know, that's a great idea. I want a gift shop at my funeral. You know, I want some Katie Vick merch sold.
There's T-shirts they brought back to their kids. My dad went to Charlie Kirk's memorial, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Cancel me! I feel like Ric Flair. Cancel me! I'm already canceled.
Get some pyro going on, man. Yeah.
I think that Grindr app was probably rocking.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Here's what's going on with the No Mercy thing, PLE.
And that's this Saturday?
It's coming up Saturday.
Oh,
I mean, during all the college football stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, that already said. FTL War Memorial in Fort. What's that?
Is it a night show or an evening or afternoon show?
I don't know. But this one is actually going to be on. This one is actually going to be on Netflix. here
See, this
in the
is shit
United
is so
States.
confusing, man. I mean, it's so confusing.
That's why you guys over like Europe or whatever, you got it so much easier because everything's just on fucking Netflix, and that's why we have to connect over there.
It's stupid.
And
man.
as an added bonus, if we connect over there and watch the shit on Netflix, like in in Glasgow or Toronto or whatever, it's another jab in the eye to Disney. Fuck you, Disney.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing you can do about it unless you cry to your daddy. Okay, we're outlawing VPNs. We're not gonna allow those to happen.
I wonder if he can pronounce VPN.
I just think it's a good idea right now to use a VPN, and if you're messaging somebody, use like WhatsApp, for example.
Yeah,
because I don't know that Pam Bondi or that asshole Kash Patel wouldn't start trying to data scrape. That's not what that is. I know what that is. You don't have to write me. But if they wouldn't start going through messages, let's find out people who are making fun of Charlie Kirk. Let's look on there and try to cancel them, dox them, tell their employers. Because JD Vance, what a fucking mama's boy that guy is. Holy shit! And his mom was fucking opioided out of her mind too. He's like, I think you should tell your employers if you see somebody saying something about Charlie, you should fuck you. Get your mascara right, you bitch. Get that smoky eye look that you're looking for correct.
And here's the thing, man. Can you imagine like Kamala, Biden, Barack, anybody, put a D in front of the name, anybody that said that,
Jesus
what
Christ.
JD Vance just said, can you imagine?
They would have melted down.
Imagine?
Oh, the servers would have melted down. Fox News would have gone nuclear in New York. Oh my God, Sean Hannity would have had a stroke. It would have been actually that's a positive. Kind of wish they would have done it now.
Yeah, well, there's still time.
Yeah, I hope. I think from what I heard, I never witnessed this myself, but I believe in his own private time at home, I believe Brad would root for Sean Hannity's plane to crash many times as he would flip over to Fox News and he would. Oh God! Yeah, it's on Netflix. I don't know what time it's going to be, but it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just so much easier if you're connecting in Toronto, if you're connecting in Glasgow, or and I think eventually, next year it's all going to be on. All your WWE stuff's on one place. It's on Netflix. It's just right there. You don't have to bounce all over the place and worry about this and sign up. No, it's just right there.
Why do you have to make it so hard? It's just ridiculous, man.
JC Jane versus Lola Vice in a singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. I just think it's time. I think it's time. I think it's time for Lola Vice, and golly,
got a nice run, JC.
Yeah, boy.
Did you see the third member of whatever that group's called? What is that group called? Fatal Elegance,
fatal erection, or what?
Fatal dying fetus, something.
Fatal erection. Here we go.
Jasmine Nix is gone from that group. She quit.
I saw. She said there wasn't enough money, right?
They were going to her re-sign came up, her contract was up or something. Yeah, she just said, nah, I don't think so. I got some other things. She was like a soccer player in Iceland before that. You guys are really weird.
They're like raping people for $8,000 seats, at fucking WrestleMania, but they can't pay these guys a couple extra dollars. This company is. I'm starting to go AEW on this, dude. I'm starting to be with the AEW stands on this, man. This is a fucking evil company right now.
It is. It really fucking is. I mean, TKO is just the worst.
That's by 2025 standards. I mean, there's some really bad companies out there, and they're awful.
Yeah. I just don't think. I'm telling you, man. I just don't think this. The way things are going right now with I just don't think it's sustainable over time. Fans already getting jacked up because of like what we were just talking about, the whole trying to figure out what the hell platform all these PLEs are on and all that shit, and forking over money for this app and that app and what. people are getting tired of it, on top of all the other bullshit they're having to deal with every day now too. So I just don't think this is sustainable, man. I just don't see how it is. I don't.
Well, that's what I mean, we've been looking for an economic collapse because this tariff bullshit is not sustainable either. And then at some point, everybody gets hurt, and then you have to kind of reset. And then they come back hat in hand to the consumer and go, okay, we have some deals for you now. I mean, you're seeing it now with McDonald's. McDonald's is basically, we've shook every penny we could out of the consumer's pockets so we could. How about an $8 Big Mac meal? And then they pat themselves on the back like they fucking cured cancer, right?
Yeah.
Like
Look what we did.
Oh, we love the American consumer. No, you fucked us for years and years and years and years and years. You fucked us. And now, when it would just, the last thing you could possibly do is like, it was the last thing you could do is you finally made something affordable. And then you guys act like you're the greatest people on earth. Fuck you. Get out of my face with that shit.
It seems like, and I think I'm right on this, that back in the day, like when you and I were growing up, and just before that, like in the 70s and 80s, McDonald's was about the only game in town. There was your occasional Burger King and whatever, and a Hardee's in certain areas, and whatever the other, what's that Hardee's duplicate on the West Coast?
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Yeah, they were scattered everywhere, but McDonald's was the main deal. There was nobody that touched McDonald's, but over time, Burger King started catching up just a little bit, I think, and then there's other people started coming on, and now you got your Zaxby's and your Taco Bells and everything, So I think all this competition, and they just got spoiled. McDonald's did over all that time, and all of a sudden, people have options now.
I tell you, they've come out against the restaurants that want to pay the servers like $2 an hour, the tipped wage. They've come out against that. But it's only because it gives those restaurants a competitive advantage over McDonald's. It's not because McDonald's wants the people to make more money.
No.
It's because Chili's kicking their ass right now. Chili's has had a big comeback over the past couple of years, and they've gone after McDonald's and went, here's the real value meal. Here's a big ass fucking burger, and here's some chips, like all the chips you want, and you get refills on this drink and shit, and it's going to be cheaper than going to McDonald's. So
capitalism.
Woo! I know it sounds like we're going to get called a bunch of commies. The other thing, and this is again the old man on the porch thing. Okay. There were shitty corporations and stuff when you and I were growing up. There were shitty corporations, and they fucked over people all the time and did stuff like that. But I don't think, like in the 60s and 70s particularly, they were like, I don't give a shit if this business ever works again, or if anybody in this town ever makes something. We're salting the earth. Fuck the rest of them. I think there were people that wanted to make a lot of money and made a lot of money, but they did kind of make sure that, okay, if somebody wanted to come in here and start a business doing something different, they could actually make a living. But now it's the old salt the earth, like burn the bridges, everything. Fuck the rest of them. We don't care. And I don't care if anybody ever makes another dollar doing another thing. We're going to just make every damn dollar we can right now.
And to equate this to wrestling, I hate to give McMahon any props at this point, but if you're going to give him props, the one thing you can give him props about is the whole economic thing. He did try to make the tickets somewhat affordable for the families, for the kids, for the regular person. He did see that in the whole scheme of things, and he wasn't out trying to rape everybody. Well, I should hold on a second. He's not out to he's not out to penny pinch everybody.
That's right.
No, you were right the first time.
Be careful with that word. I don't.
Oh man. So but he did. I mean, because I went to several. I saw the prices. They were probably a little bit cheaper than most concerts at in some cases. Well, but now it's just.
It was the correct business decision for Vince.
Yeah,
to put his entertainment in line with the Harlem Globetrotters and the circus was what he needed to do to survive.
Right.
Now and
then push the merch. Push the merch.
Exactly. So ever since COVID ended, that's when the live concert business has been just like bananas. Like there's no reality as far as marketplace and inflation, and it's just like we'll just ask for whatever and people will pay whatever for live events and stuff. I
And I
just
think
paid.
that's yeah.
I
I
just
just
paid. I just paid something like I got those Jason Isbell tickets because he's going to be solo in Durham in next year, and those things were really good seats, about 120 a piece, which is that's almost a bargain.
I know.
That's almost a fucking. It's almost like I felt guilty. Like, oh, I got to give him some more. I got to give Jason more. But then I thought, no, he's already paid for the divorce, and fuck him.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing his ex like 6 miles from where he's playing.
Huh.
She's going to be at the Motorco Music Hall in October, and I think those tickets were like $35 or $40, which is
So you don't really have a dog in the battle here. You just like their music.
It's a great question. I've checked my conscience at the door.
Okay, that's cool. That's okay.
I am on her side completely and totally. I think, when it comes to these celebrity divorces, somebody wins in the divorce when it comes to public opinion. It happens every time. It happens every single time. Like Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. Jennifer Aniston won. Now I'm hearing things now that all those years ago, she might have strayed before he did. Maybe. Not
out of the question.
No, but in this particular case with Amanda Shires and Jason Isbell, most sentient beings are on her side because he's kind of dickish. He's a little dickish.
Yeah.
And he immediately started dating a much younger woman, which is like, Jason.
Just read the room, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's not good. And then she came out with a pretty good divorce song, by the way.
I haven't heard it.
It's called, what is that thing called? It's maybe Peace of Mind. I think it's called Peace of Mind. It's pretty good. And so she lights him up pretty good.
Good.
She lights him up pretty good, and it's good. So I'm looking forward to seeing her. But yeah, again, the whole thing is like we'll just ask whatever for live events. We'll just ask whatever we want to, and then WWE goes to its fans. Oh, I know you paid $10,000 to see WrestleMania, but fuck you. We're taking it all the way to Saudi Arabia. That's great, right?
Just the cherry on the cake, man.
This is great. This is great. It's like, oh, okay, well, we're going to dig down deep, and this is going to take some money out of the old college fund, and we're probably going to be in debt for a few years, but I want my kid to go to WrestleMania. I'm going to spend the $20,000. Oh, good job, Charlie. Oh, by the way, fuck you. We're taking it all the way halfway across the world. Nice try.
Well, those prices that have popped up for the WrestleMania in Vegas next March, April.
Oh, forget it.
My God, dude.
I would never even consider.
I'm speechless.
I don't have a small child. I would never consider going to a WWE live event right now. It's just not even. There's no way.
No,
there's just no way. The ticket price for what I would get out of it. No. Now, if I had a child that was like, oh, I want to see Dominic Mysterio, or I want to, you're in a little different boat. I get that. I understand that. But if you're just making the decision, like
just
for you and me,
yeah,
we pay for the money we paid to go see the Deadlock Pro Wrestling, which was like $45 for like second or third row seats. Psh, come on, forget it. That's way more. That's way more value. That's
second row, right in the middle of the ring seats.
Forget it. Come on, I got way more out of that than I would have gotten sitting 100 yards back, paying $200 a pop for WWE tickets for SmackDown. No, forget it.
Get the hell out of here.
Sol Ruka versus Laney Reed, singles match for the WWE Women's Speed Championship. Don't care. Oba Femi versus Ricky Saints, a singles match for the NXT Championship. Do care. Should be awesome. Should be a banger. Maybe the show of the night. All Ego Ethan Page versus Tavian Heights, singles match for the NXT North American Championship. Tavian Heights guy is really getting a lot of play these days. To me, he's popping up on my radar a lot more, and I kind of like that guy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The switch just kind of flipped with him as far as being a known dude. He was just kind of in the background for a long time, and all of a sudden, boom, there he is.
Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe in a weaponized steel cage match. Yes, they will have weapons, and yes, they will be in a cage. and Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs in a singles match. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like Javon.
What'd you think of Wrestlepalooza? You see, people, I'm hearing people kind of shit on Wrestlepalooza, and I thought it was better than most of the reviews that I'm reading.
It was okay. A couple matches fell a little flat. I think the women's match was probably my favorite. I think it was my favorite.
I think the women's match went on a little too long.
It did go on a little long. You're right.
But let me say this, because I've shit on Stephanie Vacar pretty hard. She was great. She was very good in that match. She's as good as I ever saw her. Her work was fantastic. Her look was good. Her selling was good. I thought the whole thing was good. They pushed her like a champion, and it felt huge. And then her dad and all that stuff. And same thing on Monday Night Raw when they had her dad out there. So I'm coming around to her. I still, promo wise, because of the language barrier, charisma, I don't see it. But I think she was fantastic at Wrestlepalooza, I thought.
Yeah, that may have been my favorite match from her. I think
Absolutely.
Overall, I'm with you on that. And I told you, I saw her interview with Van Vliet, and I think after seeing that, my whole attitude changed with her just because of who she is. And I didn't know much about her other than she was from Chile and had a language barrier, and somehow all these people knew about her before she came to WWE. I didn't really know much about her and at all. I never heard of her. And all of a sudden, she had this name to her. I'm like, okay, well, and I'm like you. I didn't really see what everybody was seeing. But once I listened to her, and I don't know if this is why people like her or not, but this is why I like her. She just seems like such a genuinely nice, like Rhea, man. She just seems like a good person, man, just like a good human. And her boyfriend right now, and I don't know if you know, but she's dating Miles Bourne, the hearing impaired NXT guy, which he seems like a solid dude too. And I don't know, man. If you just take some of the wrestling stuff out of it, and for me, a lot of times that's why I like a lot of the wrestlers, and because of who they are and how they conduct themselves as humans and that sort of thing. And then there are people I don't really know much about on the personal side of things, but I do like the way they wrestle. But this is why I like Stephanie. And I'm not saying she's bad, but I'm like you. She just the charisma's a little low key, and the language barrier kind of presents a problem sometimes, kind of like it does with EO. I'm not saying it's, and bless their hearts, they're trying, man. I can't imagine going over to freaking China or Japan and trying to sound like I'm Japanese, and being comfortable, So I give them a lot of credit for doing that. So I let that stuff, because I love EO, man, and I don't really let that bother me. But I do know that when she talks sometimes, I just, it's not that I cringe or anything, but I feel like I feel bad for her, because they're trying so hard, and they're trying to come across as best they can. And sometimes it just doesn't come across that way, So, but anyway, I'm with you on her. But my feelings have grown a lot more positive toward Stephanie Vaquer lately too.
What did you think about Brock beating Cena's ass?
See, I could have done without that. That should just never happen. I'm sorry.
The latest I saw was that he decided to put him over because it looks like Brock's going to be around for a minute, and Cena thought it would help him out.
Oh, Cena, bless your heart.
Well, that's how business is done, bro. I mean, that's how it was done in the old days.
Does Brock really need any help?
No, but it's like, and again, going back to the CNN list of grievances when he left the company the first time, right?
Yeah.
They would have people beat him, and then they would just kind of go off into retirement.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to get his juice back. And it happened. I mean, it happened several times. It didn't just happen once.
It was a Mandela effect.
It was like Triple H came out of retirement, beat CM Punk, and then he went back into retirement. So
I'm sorry, dude. They could have, that's a lame excuse. The more I'm thinking about it now, having him Brock win, because you could have let Cena win that match in some way, somehow, some sort of finish to make Brock not look weak, you know. And even if, God dang, even if Cena did beat him, you know, just straight up beat him, is that really going to knock him down a notch because John Cena beat goddamn Brock Lesnar? Is that really going to make Brock Lesnar knock him down some pegs?
Well, when Brock came back a few years ago, I just knew it was very important for Triple H to beat him. For some reason, it was so important for Paul Levesque to beat, and he did. And I don't know if that was just like a loyalty test to make sure he was going to do business, or I don't know.
Probably. Yes. There you go.
But I thought it was this is the weird part of all of that, because you and I were just in awe of the ESPN hype machine that was just drilling this thing, man. They were on it. There's really, you can say what you want to about ESPN in 2025 being as relevant or as impactful as it was in 1995 or 1992 or whatever. But when they get behind something and push the shit out of it, it was huge. They've got that thing they call the car wash where they go through all the shows up there in Bristol and all that shit. But they were really pushing the hell out of it. Here's the fun part of that. If this Kimmel shit hadn't have been happening last week, you would have thought that some of those people would have been on the James Kimmel show to promote the big thing that was going to happen on Saturday on ESPN. But, they were too busy because we have to serve Donald John Trump Sr.
Yeah.
But which is what this was all about. It wasn't about somebody saying something out of tune about Charlie Kirk or anything else.
Full stop.
It was so. Yes, that's what would have. And again, you can say what you want to about Jimmy Kimmel, but who has been the face of the network. When they do upfronts, he hosts it. He has hosted the Oscar Awards. They make sure that during the NBA Finals, when they have a huge audience, they have him leading in and they have him leading out. So it's
and I tell you, man, and I think you're on the same page with me as far as the Kimmel thing. People, the reason people boycotted and canceled stuff, it wasn't because people loved Jimmy Kimmel. It was because of the whole reasoning behind it.
Oh, sure.
Because I've never, ever since Letterman left, I've not been a late night guy at all.
Right.
All the, none of these guys appeal to me at all. They're okay. I don't hate them or whatever. Sure. I just don't.
Well, I hate Fallon. I hate Jimmy Fallon.
Okay,
Jimmy
all right. You got a good point there. Okay, I was trying to be nice, but okay, you're right. I'll give him his shit. But
of all the guys now, of all the guys that are there now, I think Seth Meyers I like more than any other. But I don't. I kind
of forget about him sometimes, though.
Once or twice a month, I'll watch the show.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I get you, but I wasn't glued to it like I was back then.
It was what it represents. That this asshole was going to come down, and the FCC guy, Jesus God, that guy.
And there was a tweet or something he put out. I saw yesterday that Brendan Carr put out like 2 years ago. That was the total opposite of what he just did. Just the total goddamn opposite.
Free speech in this country must be preserved.
Exactly. It was something
at all costs.
Yes.
I would understand. I mean, I wouldn't understand, and I wouldn't think it's right because they've already done it. But if it was the 6:30 fucking news on ABC, and they said, well, this guy that shot Charlie Kirk, he's definitely a MAGA. Now then, we've got an issue. It's a comedy show. It's a fucking 11:30 comedy show.
I know, man. It's just
congratulations. You've made Jimmy Kimmel bigger than he's ever been. This is the biggest he's ever been in his career. Congratulations, guys.
Exactly. That was the biggest. That show that he came back on was like the highest rated show he's ever had.
I always had a theory that particularly when Johnny Carson was huge, late 70s, early 80s, more people would figure out kind of their attitude on the world by watching the Johnny Carson monologue than they would by watching the news. To me, that was just a fact.
I did.
There was a Midwestern sensibility, and the way that he would play it was kind of the way that people would be like, okay, that's in tune with me. Now, it's not fucking 1982 anymore. It's not. Johnny Carson's dead. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, that's normally you would have had some of the guys, you would have had Cody Rhodes or somebody on the Jimmy Kimmel live show, and they would have been promoting the big ESPN thing that was happening. And I'm sure that in the future that will happen now that everything's okay, until the next time that somebody finds offense with something.
Yeah.
And, again, it won't be seen on Sinclair stations. You cunts. Jesus, it's a joke it's a fucking joke of a company. It's a joke of a company. It always has been. And unfortunately, they're going to get in bed with these Next Star people, and it's going to be one seamless ball of shit. That's what the merger is going to be. It's a seamless ball of shit.
Instead of Sinclair just withering up and, dying, they're getting stronger. Jesus, I know.
Well, but again, they've done a great job at showing just how irrelevant over-the-air broadcast television is. This whole thing is like, okay, so 20% of the country is not going to show whatever. It's not going to be on in DC, and it's not going to be on in St. Louis, and it's not going to. Fine, we're just going to go watch it on YouTube. So fuck you guys, which is free and easier to get than you guys anyway. So fuck you.
Yeah, a lot easier.
And more and more and more and more people continue to cut the cord, and you don't get those retransmission fees that you used to get. So your stupid investment into your stupid over-the-air stations is withering away, and fuck you. While being interviewed on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, WWE referee Charles Robinson detailed the bizarre situation where he recently suffered a bat bite.
Yeah, I saw that.
Our friend Little Nate, who we met a few years ago, suffered a bat bite. The 61-year-old Robinson had to spend a night in the emergency room last month after he was bitten by a bat in his home. Robinson told Van Vliet he was woken by his two cats making noise in the middle of the night. He initially thought the bat was one of his referee gloves. When he tried to pick it up, it became clear that was not the case.
Did he try to put it on?
One of his gloves, like the ones he puts on when somebody's bleeding?
Yeah, what? I thought those were transparent.
They were like little blue latex. I don't know what the fuck.
Must have been dark in there.
Sleeping at 2 a.m, hearing a noise in the bedroom. Cats. We have two cats. One is named George. The other is Michael. Oh, I get it. I get it.
He's their father figure.
Well, you gotta have faith.
I want your no. Let's not go there.
Are your cats closet homosexuals? Oh, it's a joke. It's just a joke. Robinson said, so I got up, used my flashlight, saw the two cats sitting there with their toys, and I said, oh, cats, they're just playing, having a good time. Well, there was a big black blob right in the middle of the room, so we carry black latex gloves as a referee. So I said, they got my glove. Let me pick it up so they don't choke on it. Being the good cat dad that I am, I bit down, pick it up, and that sucker bit me.
I would have freaked the hell out. My glove just bit me.
I would have screamed my guts out. I would have cried like a little girl. I would have cried like I'd just taken some Tylenol. Robinson said the bat got into his house by coming down his chimney like Santa Claus does. Due to the bite, he was in the hospital for 5 hours, received 7 shots.
I always heard you had to have, I don't know if you ever heard this, but this might have been a myth growing up, but I always heard if you had rabies, you had to get like all these shots in the stomach.
Maybe. RFK Jr. is weeping. He got all these vaccinations. Did you know that I had a guy at work go,
you need to tough it out.
I got one of these science deniers at work.
Jesus.
And I was talking about, well, you can get your you can go get your flu shot. I got my flu shot the other day. He goes, yeah, God forbid somebody should want to build up their immune system naturally. That's what this guy said. That's what this genius said. So I looked at it. Do you know that everything is in that flu vaccine is actually natural? It occurs in nature. It's organic. Everything.
How about that?
Yeah, everything.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. And they were like, well, what does that COVID shot have in it? What does that COVID shot have in it? It literally has. Ready? Table salt and sugar. It has like salt and sugar in it.
Oh,
literally.
My God. Oh my God.
The broken rib that Charles Robinson claimed to have suffered at WWE Saturday Night's main event this July was not legitimate. You bastard, you worked this. During Goldberg's retirement match on the July 12th edition of Saturday Night's main event, there was a spot where Robinson, the referee for the bout, was taken out by a spear from Goldberg after Gunther moved out of the way. Robinson claimed to have suffered a broken rib, even sharing an image of an X-ray on Instagram. Oh, you asshole. Really? All right. Something bad's going to happen to you, Charles Robinson. I'm glad the bat bit you now, okay?
I bet you'll get bitten by a bat for saying that.
No, the broken rib was not legitimate. Robinson told Insight with Chris Van Vliet. My girlfriend and I said, what can I do to put this over and make Goldberg feel good? And I said, here's an image. Why are we making Bill Goldberg feel good?
That's what I was getting ready to say. What?
What can I do to go the extra mile for the guy who's having a Brinks truck fucking unloaded in front of his house? Let me think. Here, Charles, you know what's really making Bill Goldberg feel good? The fuck ton of money that's in his bank account. They can't stop paying this motherfucker money, but no, I want to make Bill Goldberg feel good. Jesus.
You know, I bet when Goldberg saw that tweet, of Robinson saying he had a busted rib, I'm sure the first thing he thought was, man, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, that does make me feel good. Thank you for making me feel good. No, you know what he was doing? He was going 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. What? Oh, yeah, broken rib. Nice. 6 million.
That's exactly how it went.
You know what? I wonder if Bill Goldberg was in on that conference call to kill Charlie Kirk, huh?
Well, if they want to make him feel good, they'd let him in on it.
They don't have to do, like, that was always the thing. Like, all the Jews would have they don't have to do conference calls anymore. They can do like Discords or like have a Zoom meeting or something. Do some
Discords.
Yeah. All right, you guys, what are we going to do this week? Well, I was thinking everybody dumped their stock for Microsoft. And then, how's that Charlie Kirk thing? You got that plan together there, Bob? Have you got a willing dupe? Nothing that's going to put our fingerprints on it.
Got to be careful here.
I still support Israel. I love Israel. Netanyahu's a bad guy. Sorry. Netanyahu's not a good guy. When, like a year or two ago, we talked to one of Brad's friends who lives in Israel.
Yes, I remember that.
It was pretty much a mainstream belief that Benjamin Netanyahu would sell out the security of Israel for his own political future. That wasn't like a controversial subject among a lot. It's a fairly mainstream belief among a lot of folks in Israel. So
yeah, I mean, the talk about Netanyahu hadn't just popped up over the last couple of years. It's been going on for quite a long time.
He pissed off Trump though when he bombed Qatar. Pissed him off because I think he thought for a minute there. I think Trump was like, "Oh, I'm going to lose my jet." Oh shit! What are you guys doing? Don't fuck up my freebies. Yeah.
God dang.
So yeah, that's the big deal right now. And then we didn't do a whole lot of AEW, but AEW is looking better and better. I think they had a good weekend with their pay-per-view, and like I said, that was a very smart decision. Oh, and AEW now has women tag team championships.
Yeah, the big announcement.
And I think there's going to be a tournament.
Well, one thing that AEW has been really lax on since their inception is goddamn tournaments.
I think
we're about due for one.
I think we've been about 2 weeks without one, so I'm happy that
2 weeks.
Willow Nightingale had a pretty good piece of business with Moxley. I thought that was pretty
Man,
fun.
I'm gonna tell you what, Willow Nightingale, that girl needs to be the champ. She needs to be the face of AEW.
She's
Bottom
rocking
line,
right now. She's killing it right now. I mean, any way you want, you can do whatever you want to with anybody else. And Toni Storm doesn't need the championship. She's built herself up enough. All this other shit. Mina's doing a great job. Mina's got the ROH title, all that shit. She wants to be champion. Yeah, Willow Nightingale's having a moment right now. Yeah. A strong, strong moment.
And I may be sold on it later, and I used to like Statlander, and I don't hate her now. I just think she's kind of, talk about somebody that doesn't have a personality, man, and just low charisma.
I think what's helping her out is this deal with Harley Cameron. I think that's helping her out. I think that's given her.
You may be right.
I think that's the two of them together because I think Harley's just a natural entertainer.
Yeah. I think you may be right, man. I hope it works for her. I hope it works for Statlander.
I really do think that that's going to help her out. It does seem to be, and she's doing some stuff on social media and stuff. So I think I agree with you about her not having much of a personality, but I think this teaming with Harley Cameron's working to me.
Oh, it can't hurt her. It can't hurt her. That's for sure. And I want to say one more thing before we head out of here about AEW. And I don't know if you had this on the docket or not, but when they were in Pittsburgh this past Wednesday, did you not think Britt Baker was going to make the appearance at the end of the show?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't either, but I'm going to tell you what, I think that was, if she was not going to make an appearance there, I think she's done.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, that's got to be it.
I mean, why wouldn't you bring her back there? And it was set up so perfectly, man, having the ladies, in the main event match, and Britt would come out at the end. I really thought that's what's going to happen. But when the damn Death Riders music hit, I texted my buddy Colton. I'm like, man, I'm not getting any Britt vibes anymore. This is done.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to get another 10 months of checks, and then eventually he'll fire her. But still,
I don't think she's 10 months. I think she's done at the end of at the end of the year, right?
You think that's it? December 31st?
I've heard it's the end of the year, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't verified that, but
I'd like to see her do more stuff. I really would. I think she's got some more gas in the tank. I don't know if they would do NXT with her. I don't know what it would be, but TNA might be also another possibility for her, and then she gets to show up on WWE television via TNA. That partnership with TNA
that's a good idea.
That partnership with TNA is really working out.
Yeah, I like it.
Really
I've always kind of been a low-key TNA fan, even though I didn't really watch it all the time. But most of the time when I watched it, I was like, okay, this is not bad.
There's some good stuff. Now that Sami Callihan's retired, thank God.
By the way, LeBron Cazone, he was. I told you he was in the PWI top 500 finally.
That's right.
At like 234, something like that. He was like 8 spots ahead of Sami Callihan.
That's disgusting. Oh my God, he's 100. He should be 100 spots ahead of Sami. Oh my God.
I know. What I guess the only thing that could be worse is if he was behind Sami Callihan.
Yeah, that would be bad. But he got that Bryant Williams rub from Bryant.
Damn right. It pushed him over the edge.
Hey, what happened when we took our picture with Jimmy Hart last year?
He was on Saturday Night's Main Event.
Saturday Night's Main Event. He's all over the place, and eventually he gets booed out of the house. Become the first Netflix.
He pushed it. He pushed it.
It was still a fucking payday, okay, Jim?
Yes.
It's all because of us. You got the Britt and Bryant rub, okay? I don't the other shit that happened in LA. He goes,
that's on y'all.
I told him, Hulk, they're gonna boo. It's a blue state, man. They're gonna boo you. That was the best thing. And then by God, he went over to Dallas and they just cheered him. God, it was the best shit, man. I tell you.
Jimmy Hart.
All right. Any other closing thoughts on another award-winning episode of Katie Vick is Alive?
I'm tired.
Been around the world and Get yourself a VPN. I'm gonna put the link in the description for the referral.
Yeah.
I had this young man who I work with. He took my referral and it added like 3 more months to my plan that I got.
Wow.
I got like a Black Friday deal on that thing. I paid like $100 for 2 years of it.
Oh, that's damn.
And I love it.
$100 for 2 years and 3 months.
There you go. Yeah, it keeps going, and then it's just if you haven't done it yet, even old guys like us can figure it out.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than I thought it would be. I was kind of leery about doing it because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this shit out. But it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
I don't know if the geniuses over Disney are going to call up Netflix. Could you not do that? Could you? Because they'll be like, no, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Fast and hard.
Bryant is available on social media on TikTok. He is Stanley Jackson 23. His dad of Stanley on Instagram and also on Threads and on Blue Sky. They're the twos. THEYER. They're the twos.bsky.social. I myself am Britt Whitmire.bsky.social. On Threads and Instagram, I am Real Britt Whitmire. And I think that's all I got. As always, appreciate your support. Till next time, fans, we'll see you ringside.